Alrighty guys, welcome back for another week. I think this is episode 5, or session 5 it's been really go by. Yeah, so last session you guys all jumped onto the ship and started travelling over to Iceacross. So there's a couple of eventful days. I think the first day you guys end up losing about a quarter of the food, or if not more of it. What else happened? You guys avoided a shipwreck that was out in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, quite a few just little things. A lot of player getting to know each other, meeting each other. Yeah,
a bit of eavesdropping going on.
Yeah, a bit of that and some really poor stealth rolls. But hey, let's see how that goes. Yeah, so we're up to what? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Day 6 of travel across the Iceacross. I thought it was meant to be a 10-day travel. You guys end up with an extended day, but due to one party member, you might be able to actually reduce it back down to a 10-day trip. So we'll see how we go. Yeah. So yeah, you guys wake up. It's about the 4th day of the week now, 6 days into your trip. Who were we up to? I think we were up to Zenzi. I think we went to roll a d20 for the day.
I can't see my map.
Oh,
Yeah, you just gotta scroll it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't see because he wasn't in at the time I showed it.
cool.
That might have resized it for them.
Yeah, you've got
Alright, 8. Let's have a look. So as you wake up, you all have your breakfast, everything like that, and it's just sort of, you look around, something seems odd to those of you with a high perception. I think most of you actually. You look up and the sails aren't really moving, they're just flat, but there's no wind flow, there's just nothing. And you see that the boat's not quite moving, it's just, slowly gliding to a halt.
Insert the Lava Treasure Island song when they get stuck.
Cabin fever.
That's it. I got cabin fever. I got it too. Love that.
I guess Vinda will go out and start just inspecting it. Obviously knowing that there's no wind. It's just like, no wind.
Yeah, it's
How's Vinda looking, out of curiosity?
You can definitely tell that the blue veins are much more prominent. But however, it seems his demeanour has probably lightened up a little bit, despite his shapes and the obvious blue veins.
It's still not moving much slower either, so it hasn't gotten into your mobility yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you're looking around, it's just a matter of case of there's no wind. Like, it's an extremely clear day. There's no clouds. It's just clear.
Oh, great.
Did you say you're going to the captain, Vinda?
No, I was just looking around the ship.
I was
Okay,
gonna
no.
captain as well.
I will come with you to the captain.
So to which you just head up onto where all the wheel is and stuff like that. The captain's just standing there, just looking up, going, "Well, it's going to be a bit of a quiet day."
Do we cease to move when there is no wind?
What else do you recommend? There's probably a handful of oars down below if you want to get them out. Welcome, but usually the calm only lasts a few hours. It'll pick back up again.
Do we not have the manpower to steer with the oars?
Half the guys are still waking up.
Obviously not right now. Nourishment is required, but if we have to make our journey quicker, we probably should start rowing.
You're welcome to. So there's oars downstairs. You can grab them and try and use them the best we can. But the ship's not exactly designed to be used.
Yeah, that was my question, Captain. I was like, the size of this ship, like, what would be bad? Like, how strong would the wind have to be to do damage to the ship, and how strong could it be to just get it moving fast without damaging, like, mathematically speaking?
He's looking at you like, he's looking at you confused as hell. It was that time. Because you just brought it back in from the being by itself. Yeah. So it's looking at you very puzzled. Like we usually take the sails down in a big storm, and they're usually down pretty much the rest of the time. So any wind is good wind, but once it gets too much, we'll have to raise the sails.
Does the ship have any kind of like bronze or some kind of big leaves or something that you could flap?
No.
Yeah.
The only greenery on the ship is either the whatever's not mouldy in the kitchen. Some of the mouldy stuff is green as well. All your bed sheets and bed blankets, most of them are green. And there are like little plants inside the captain's quarters, but that is the only little greenery you really have on the ship.
Yeah. So what is it that you recommend us we do, Captain?
Wait it out. So his pure job is just going backwards and forwards. He never really has a time frame. It's pretty much he gets to one end, docks for like a day or two, goes back, docks for a day or two, goes back. Like he's paid for the trip. He's not paid if it takes him an extra day or not.
I'm gonna bow, and then leave and go start to undo the sails.
I shall help you.
So all the sails are still already down. It's just a matter of there's no wind. So they're just like
Oh, so they
hanging
are.
flat.
Okay, I thought they were put up.
No, it says they're only up during storms. At the moment they're down. It's just there's just no wind.
Alright, I'm gonna try this. I don't know if Rule of Cool is gonna make it work better because technically this duration's only for a minute, but I want to try and use it for longer if I use both second level spell slots for it to happen. Ishtar, can you? This is gonna sound really odd, but
Yes.
as we're walking to the back of the boat, I need you to, like, I'm going to, how do I put this? I need to be tied to the back of the boat, but I'm going to be on outside of the boat, if that makes sense. So where, like, an engine would be, that's sort of where I'm going to be being. So I'm going to climb onto the side of the boat, and then sort of go to the mid-center at the back, and then I need you to, like, tie ropes to make sure I don't fall.
Oh my god.
You're not trying to push the boat and swim, are you?
No, that would be stupid. I don't have that amount of strength.
Alright, I can help you, I guess.
Cool.
He goes to help him out to do that.
Yeah, essentially, you're tying me, so, like, if there was, like, I'm pretty much tied to the back of the boat, but I'm on the out of the side of it.
So he's
I make
flat
sure
against
I
it.
do
Yeah, yep.
double figure of 8 loop and tie it around you so you're able to do that.
Awesome. And then Mr. DM, because I only have a second level spell slot, which technically the spell only goes through him, but I don't know if you want me to roll for it, but I'm going to cast Gust of Wind. So a line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from me into a direction to you, so I'm pushing it like just that way, so as it pushes me I'm like attached to the boat because it's going to be a strong sort of wind. So I'm not pushing the boat, the wind that I'm essentially turning myself into a motor as I cast Gust of Wind.
Are you just self-propelling like a paraglider or something like that?
Yeah, I'm just like,
I get what you're trying to do. I'm just trying to think. Like,
But
you would
just a
feel the
question
ship
of
start to...
clarification.
Yep.
Are you doing it out the back of the boat, or are you doing it into the sails?
yeah, the sails probably would have been smarter, but that's the reason I got to the back of the boat.
Okay, that
So if this doesn't work this way, I will then go to the sails. I'm going either way, but I don't want to be pushed. Like, if I did the sails, it might push me too far back, and I might go, wee.
I'm just waiting for the outcome. Continue.
That's right. So first, I want to get this to make me an intelligence check to see how his knots work. If he actually knows the right knots to tie.
So they all come undone, and I just fly straight off the two punch you guys.
What is it?
Intelligence, yeah.
Ah, my dumb stat.
Oh, 11, right. So, I wouldn't say it was a high DC, but like, as you start to go push the wind, sort of, you know, do the whole motion and push, but one of the ropes gives way at the same time. So you sort of fall sideways, and it's not quite as effective as you think it might. Like, you push the boat a little bit, but you're also only dangling by one rope now too.
Zato, I think what you're doing is not working.
I don't think you know how to tie ropes.
I never said I was good at it.
Vinder's just watching this while eating an apple, and he's just shaking his head.
It's not me. I should have asked if you could tie a rope. I thought it was just a thing that everyone knew how to do.
I usually can. I didn't say I was good at it.
The captain's also just in there shaking his head, just whatever. As he's sort of just resting up against, like, you know, the edge, like the railing up on the top deck, so I think he's resigned to just waiting.
I think we are amusing the others. It might be working if we were aiming to do that. Do you wish to come up now? I can pull you up.
I just let go, and then just fall into the water, and then I'll swim around to the side and crawl myself back up.
Yeah, so you just feel like the rope just goes slack.
He panics just for a short second. Oh no! Oh, that's right. He can swim.
Then I'll come back up, and if it's not gonna, because it is like a strength save, so that was why you want to like shoot it, but if I can mathematically figure out a safe way to shoot it onto the sails, I'll do it onto the sails without knocking myself off.
Yep, so you're going to try and tie yourself in, or you're just going to try and stand there and use it?
No, I'm just going to mathematically figure out if it's like 60 feet long and blah blah blah. Like, is there a spot that I could mathematically do it without having to like I don't want to do it and then it pushes me off the ship.
Yeah.
Because it technically requires a strength save. That's why I was just going to get tied up, so I didn't have to do it.
That's right. Yeah, so I'll just say you stand sort of towards the back behind the wheel or wherever else, like right where the stairs are. Kind of think it's like one of the stronger posts there, and brace yourself against it and sort of cast it. And you get a little bit more effect out of it. Like, I won't make you do a strength save. It's just like you push the ship a little bit, but it's the consistent wind that usually keeps the ship going. Sort of you've pushed it a little bit, but not to a great extent.
I've done these for like 2 minutes max. Is the length of the spell.
Yeah, so you moved a little bit further. Yeah, but yeah, ultimately not. Yeah, didn't really gain you much time, or you wouldn't have lost any less.
That was amusing, Zato.
I feel like I
helped achieve what you wanted to do.
Yes.
Excellent. Good for you.
Probably do it a third time if I really wanted to. It's fine now. Yeah, just more mathematically just to see how it went.
Yeah, but with pushing, you could even tell it, even if you got it underway, that would, you would know that a moving ship is easier to keep rowing on, rather than trying to start from nothing. If that makes sense.
If we were higher level, I would just control the water.
Yeah.
But I can't do that just yet.
Oh, yeah.
Unless I use the spell reduce and I sink the ship smaller, so then it'll go.
just the ship, no one at the crew. Just
Not my problem. We paid for the boat, not the people.
I am curious. I know that your people know how to speak with fish. Could you perhaps be able to talk to other aquatic animals? That could perhaps assist us.
Like, would you like me to just go and find a kraken for us to pull? Is that what you're asking?
No. Not a kraken, but something. Maybe lots of small things would be able to help push the boat. Or pull them. be like some kind of acrobat.
I don't know what that word means. It's not from my people's language. I'll
Is a legend of a man who can speak to fishes and control them. Quite impressive.
Okay. Alright, I'll see if there's a lot of fish around, I guess. And then I'll go and jump into the water.
I go find Zaris.
I was just swimming around in the water. There's plenty of fish. Like it's still, so there's no real birds around, sort of thing. Like swooping down, getting any fish. So there's actually quite an abundance of fish.
I do a check to see if I can mathematically figure out how much fish I would need to get this boat underway.
Sure, make an intelligence check.
Your character a mathematician, I think?
He's a nerd. Can I add my proficiency as well because I have the tools, the navigator's tools and water vehicles?
Yeah, yes, sir. You are from
Cool.
the fish beagles.
So 21 total then.
So you'd work out you need a hell of a lot of fish, or like
This
a
size
couple
of
of big, this size. Like you need even a few bigger animals, like a few giant sharks, or I said like a whale would easily do it. Or you best that's just bigger animals basically. Things that have a bit of more power.
I'm like sharks. If I cut myself, they'll smell the blood. Then I could get the shark's attention.
You're welcome to try.
Yeah, but the schools of fish at the moment is not going to be enough, correct?
No.
Like,
Alright, I'll probably come back up then after like, I don't know, 15 minutes of swimming around. Also just enjoying the quietness under the water. And then I'll climb back up and I'll be like, sorry, no can do, there's no bigger fish around.
you should just know that he's looking for Zaris. He's going to tell him to find some fish.
Yeah, you see like two of the crew members, those are they like come upstairs and they've got like fishing rods on their shoulders. You said there's fish there, yeah?
The small ones, it's really quite embarrassing because there's not decent sized fish there.
They just heard there's fish, so you just see it's like casting a few lines over.
That's fine, I'll live into it.
There's nothing much really happening, so they just figure they'll try and stock up the fish on the ship.
No, we're
Yep.
not. Good luck trying to find Zaris, by the way. You'll have to definitely do a check for that.
Make an investigation, a perception check, and
I can do that.
Zaris, please make a stealth check.
Oh,
The rogue making a stealth check.
Ooh.
Positive roll figure. So, describe where you're hiding there, Zaris.
So Zaris is hiding. Zaris is hiding in the galley. Behind a couple of barrels of fresh water. Some of the remaining stuff that's there.
Yep.
And he's just like in the shadows, and the reason that you spot him is because of his eyes. They kind of like cat's eye shimmer in the different light as he looks up to see you.
that is another note for the ship. Zaris, I can see you there. I can see your eyes.
Go away.
I just wanted to know if you could
No.
help your brother. We're trying to get some big fishies or some bigger creatures to help maybe push the boat. We're wondering if you can maybe give him a hand.
No.
You don't want the ship to move?
I don't care about the ship moving. Go away.
Okay.
And the
He
And
knows
the
fuck
mo-
off line when he sees it.
and the moment that Ishida is gone, a relative distance away, Zaris is gone to find a new hiding spot.
We'll make another stealth check for me as we do that. Yeah.
Okay, I will do that again then. Much better.
Yeah, much better. So yeah, now you feel like you found a much better spot.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anyone else doing
Like,
anything for
thing
next week?
first test.
While that's all happening, I'm
Yep. Let's make a religion check. So,
So, I'll let you guess.
on that one, that will happen.
awesome. Religion.
Oh, I saw that
Oh.
one.
There was a way.
Oh.
With that, make a D100 roll for me.
Come on, you can do it.
That's me.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, so with that, like you set up like a little in the room, just like a little like prayer circle kind of thing to Wild Mother, and you feel like a gentle breeze come across you in a way of she'll see what she can do, but it's not quite her domain. It's out on the ocean. But as you get up onto the top, like you just see this like it's a light gust of wind. It's enough just to keep the ship sort of moving, but not enough to really give it speed. But you are sort of trickling along, basically. So, at least his own at a standstill, so to speak.
We are still.
So, yeah. Probably about half speed, basically. Yeah. It's definitely better than nothing. Like, you guys would have lost a day, basically, out of it. So,
Do the oars work now?
you can always try.
You said it was.
Yeah, there are oars throughout, like down the bottom of the ship. They just don't use
Oh,
it.
yeah,
do
yeah,
they?
yeah. I'm gonna go check on Zensi and Bender. I'm gonna go gather some food to try all this thing.
Alright, well, I'd say you'd find the two of them quite easily. But make me a persuasion check for the crew members.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Because the ship's moving.
With my +4 persuasion, 17.
I'd say you'd be able to find a couple of them that are willing to help. Not as many as you were hoping for, but you have enough that you might be able to do something. So you might be able, probably maybe find 3, maybe 4 crew members.
All I need is an even number and a few willing volunteers, and we should be able to get this ship moving. What say you, sailors?
So yeah, you find 3 or 4 of them, and then they're sort of, they all go and start getting all the oars out. And this is an interesting thing because they are rather long oars. The ship's not exactly designed for long items coming from the bottom of the ship up. So they go, it's an interesting process watching them trying to maneuver them through the ship. But they get there. It's just slow.
Just quickly, boys, I'm going to retrieve someone who I think would be rather large and very helpful in this instance. And that's where he goes to look for Zensi.
You'll find me in my room.
It's like, what you doing?
Praying for me.
Ah, have you got it?
Wild was trying, but she's not really land is more her expertise.
Right. But there is one thing we can do that will definitely help us, and I think that you'll be very good at, which is help us row the boat.
I mean, I don't have any experience with rowing, but I'm willing to try.
Neither do I, but we have a couple of willing sailors down the bottom who are more than happy to show us the way. I have 3 of them, and with all of us, it's an even 5. He just looks very serious about it. He knows what even numbers are. Yes, 5, even. So, what are you saying?
I mean, sure. I think we need to work on your math skills, but
What's the map? Is that the thing that you read on the parchment of locations?
No.
That's a nice. I see. To the odds.
Big sense he's just checking.
Alright.
That's the odds.
Too easy. So you see when you get back up to that sort of middle level where all the cannons are, like 2 of the middle cannons are being moved back into the center and tied back, and through those like portholes, there's sort of, there's like these makeshift sort of brackets made up to help with rowing. Because there's only the 4 of them really. There's, it's basically 2 per oar due to the size of the ship. So you really only need 4 people.
Excellent.
My vote would be Vinder sit out because
Didn't know if you went and found Vinder in the end.
Well, I didn't go see Vinder, so no. I assume he probably wouldn't be up for the task. He went for the biggest of the party, and Vinder's not real nice. Sorry, Vinder.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm a halfling, so what am I saying?
I can hear it like up and his feet lift off the ground, and then it just goes in a rotation of him like jumping and then going up off the ground. It's just-
Oh,
Alright, so with that, I'll get you both. Use both to make a strength check for me.
Is that mean?
Yep. Do 1 for the crew members.
Oh, very nice.
No, it's not a save, it's just a strength check, yeah.
Strength check,
Oh, fabulous.
So, you just try, but you aren't doing much. Like, you feel neither of you have experience with rowing a ship. The 2, like, the 2 or 3 members that you have of the crew aren't too into it, so to speak, because the ship's moving, so they're not really fast. And it just doesn't do anything.
This coordination, it doesn't work. Perhaps the sea shanty will help us.
No.
I'm so
You don't
glad
have a
I'm
bar.
hiding right now.
Alright.
He begins singing Wildemount as he
Oh.
attempts to
Oh,
trying to
I am so glad I am hiding.
Oh,
Love that
Vinder
song.
was down there, bullet right through there.
So,
Oh,
How loud is the sea shanty getting sung? Can we hear it like on
make
the
a
upper deck?
performance check for Bishop.
What is it gaining traction with the other crew?
Yeah,
Gonna
that's what I
find
wanna
out.
just use once was a ship that went to sea. Let's see the performance.
Oh,
Alright, well, with that,
Hey!
like, a couple of crew members you got with you start sort of humming along, and then sort of you hear it just slowly, like floor by floor, down to the bottom of the ship. They're all just sort of slowly starting to build up until the whole ship is singing along, basically.
It's done. We'll take a leave and go.
Oh.
Those that don't know the words are pretty much just like humming along and clapping and stomping and just making loud noises.
moving, but we're having fun.
Yeah, it doesn't help the ship move. Sound and music
It
will
should
not make
just-
the ship move.
He's just forgotten to row completely. He's just more.
You were talking about like Muppet Treasure Island and the Cabin
Yeah.
Fever song. This is our version of it.
Zato, I feel like, was meditating and like practicing on his spells, and then he got into like the rhythm, and he didn't realize he's just tuned out of some meditating and starts to sing the songs.
Pretty much everyone. It happens to everyone.
Uh,
And Vinder, if you're up on top, you see the captain is like, moving the steering wheel, like, the ship, just moving it around with the music, and just, it's not really helping the ship, but hey, it's, everyone's getting in the vibe of it.
I just smile at him and shrug and go, pretty much just go, you do you, man. It's-
Alright, so with
I
that,
will try and find Zaris throughout the day after I got caught up into the song.
cool, make a, perception or investigation.
I think I'm gonna find it, but we'll have a try. We'll give it a shot. We'll do perception. Let's give it the old college try. It's 11.
Come on, Ned.
No luck.
Fair.
So, but you know her well enough that if she doesn't want to be found, she won't be. He, sorry. It's so confusing.
Look, that will be addressed later on. It will be a thing. I'm keeping tally. Don't worry.
So, alright. So with that, like, you know, towards the late afternoon, like, you just feel like the winds all start slowly picking up again. And into the evening, you guys start moving at your normal speeds again. And so if you
Aha!
if
My
you don't,
singing
then-
has helped us the wind bring back its sails. Sensi! You must have prayed right.
I hope so. It's kind of what I do.
Keep at it, go.
Alrighty, so I'll say with that, unless anyone else is doing anything else for the night, that'll sort of bring that night to a close. Get a long rest for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll wake up the next morning. I think we're back up to the top with who we got? Ishida, only a D20.
Oh, righty. 17.
Okay.
So once again, it's just the more perceptive of you find it's another good day of fishing. Like yesterday's calm with the wind has sort of drove off most of the birds and aviary and all that sort of thing. So it's another good day of you see fish pretty much just sleeping out of the water. Just another good fishing day.
Winter is going to go to the bow and just look at the front of the ship and just the waves crashing against it.
Vinder, make a perception check.
Oh, are you there?
Don't know.
I don't know. Perception. Alright, hold on. If I spot you, I'll be very confused. No, I'm not gonna spot you. Not with a 7.
Well, it's a little more interesting than that. But okay, you're still looking out.
Yeah, I've kind of just lost my own thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's just one of those days. You see, whatever crew members aren't working on the ship currently are fishing and just sort of, trying to stockpile their supplies once again. Let's see what they... Yeah, so we get a good, good another couple of days, sort of, say 2 days worth of food, basically.
Nice.
Ishtar's going to try his hand at fishing as well.
Go for it. You're doing it what you did last time, the bow and arrow. You're actually going to fish.
Actually, I'm actually going to try this thing called fishing. Apparently what I did before was fishing.
Alright, just make me a... Depends if you're going to use it as more of a brute strength trying to reef the fish out, or if you're going to do it more tactfully with dexterity. It's up to you.
Oh, he's not going to be doing
Yeah.
that.
Giving everyone a chance.
So that means
It's just a strength check, yeah.
Aha! Take that, you fish.
So you're looking over, oh, they're catching so many fish, I'm going to try it, and you're like pulling out like the, basically the shrimps, basically like the littlest ones of them all. You're still getting a couple of fish here and there, but compared to the others, you're not getting anything significant.
Curse you, blue waves, and your foul temper.
And I
Are
will
you
say,
essentially just Forrest Gump?
yeah, just find those 1 or 2 before that big storm. Yeah. But I will say, towards the end of the day, you do feel one like a really decent sized fish, and then you feel the line just give way, and that fishing rod's no longer usable.
I feel like he would just reef it too hard and snap the pole.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, so that fishing rod is no longer usable for fishing.
Like, look at this, friends, I'm fishing. Look at that, friends, I'm not fishing anymore.
You raise eyebrows.
Just a collective.
Yeah, it's a nice sort of peaceful day. Like, there's no change in how quickly or slow you guys travel. So.
I'm gonna find a crewman if they're willing to do some target shooting.
Sure. Or what?
Just before you leave, the front of the ship, the bow. Thank you. I was gonna say stoner. I'm like, no. What's the other one? What's the reverse? What's the reverse? Um, make another perception check.
Oh, God, you're just teasing me.
She wants to see you fail as many times as possible.
Oh,
God.
Oh,
Just the fresh air is just like, yeah. That's
wow, your thoughts are deep, man. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. You can leave now.
good. Basically, Zara's like staring pretty much just waving at you, and you're just like looking up at the clouds, like, yeah, it's cool.
John scenery.
Yes, the blue sea is indeed blue.
I think that cloud looks like a gun somehow.
Hey, that looks like Saris. Anyways,
Yeah, that cloud looks like Cyrus. I wonder where she is. You turn around, head downstairs, trying to find her.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyone else doing anything else for the day, or just keep moving?
I'm gonna interestingly watch the shooting.
Yep. Yeah, so I guess you
Yeah,
can
it's
find one or two of the ship's crew that have guns. Most of them are sort of crossbows or sword cutlasses, sort of.
no, it's more of a petition to see if they have any like that's like clay pigeon shooting where they throw objects in the air and it's like a crack shot.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I guess you throw. You'd sort of get them, they'd all go. A couple of them sound really interesting. More like the young ones is like their first main ship kind of thing. Like the one that Ishida was trying to talk to the other day.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, and they're like running around the ship trying to find things that you could potentially shoot. One comes back with a deck of cards that you could sort of throw the cards up. Others come up with like barrel lids from like the empty barrels that they had, but that's sort of they don't have much on board, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I'll probably. You know what? Are the deck of cards bound? No.
Was that? Yeah, they're like in the pack sort of thing, but they can throw one up at a time, sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah. Only because it's. Yeah. All right. Screw it. We'll give it a shot. Why not? Quite literally a shot.
Too easy. There you go. Throwing cards. Oh yeah, no, they're pretty good. So they
Okay,
like he's just throwing the cards. He's throwing like 2 or 3 up at once. I think to make attack rolls for me.
Okay.
Just-
So I'm going to use my musket for this, and I'm going to use.
Oh my god.
I'm going to use Deadeye shots.
Sure.
Just the first one. I'm trying to find where the attacks are in the thing.
It'll be in actions down the bottom.
Yeah, sorry, I see it now. Alright, so with advantage,
Ooh.
Oh wow.
I rolled 2 4s. Wow.
Wow.
So
That is
that
terrible.
goes straight past the cards. So you can't hit them
Okay.
like they're almost too small for you to hit with a musket.
Binder, I think you're supposed to hit the cards.
Oh well, that was just a practice shot, I suppose. Please, does anyone have any more cards?
You see a large barnacle throw up in the air from somewhere.
Draw an attack.
Okay. I just realised I used my pepper box, I didn't use my musket. But anyways, let's try this again. Oh wow.
Ah,
Yeah, still even with that straight past. You're not having luck. Maybe it's the
you know what?
sickness.
I'm going to change the tides on that last roll. Roll again, George.
Oh, thank you.
That's
much
fair
better.
enough.
Hey!
So yeah, you, like the barnacle that's up, and just your bullet goes straight through it and just shatters it in pieces.
I totally meant to do that.
It's almost like wanted the bullet like weaves a bit. It's like a ripple in time, like in water and whatever else, and just changes its course a bit.
Oh, good. I just wanted to see that the shakes aren't getting too bad yet. Thank you for using me that way. And I'm going to send the muscle back down, head back down.
Yeah. So as you're going down, you hear like the two younger ones, like sort of, one of them pulls out his hand crossbow. They start throwing the remaining cards up and trying to shoot him as they're going, until the captain pretty much parades them and sends them back down to scrub the deck for wasting time.
Why? I'm getting you.
Not Binder.
Zaris had collected barnacles off the bottom of the ship and was throwing them up because he was there, he knew what was going on, you know.
That's because Binder had no idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, I was on like the crow's nest area, so I don't know who the hell's throwing what up.
Hey,
no.
barnacles are about the size of a dagger anyway, so like,
Yeah,
there you go. We're both getting practice in.
yeah. Oh, that's good.
I've been practice. Were you trying to do something, Ishtar? I do something to speak before.
Yeah, I was just gonna go talk to Binder real quick. So Binder.
And I looked up. Well, I mean, yes, we should go.
I'm curious, where did you acquire this thing? He points to the musket and the pistol. I've never seen those kinds of weapons before.
Would you like to have a look at it?
Sure. Is it customary that we exchange weapons? He pulls out his Archie, just goes to hand it to him.
Oh,
It's fucking huge.
I'll just put my palm on. No. Not at all. I just want to. First off, just think this is an approach. And before I hand it over, I'm not going to unload it. I'll just make sure.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. And I hand it over, and yeah, it's just a elongated rifle.
So, that doesn't really answer the question where you got it.
Oh, I got it from my previous jobs.
Oh, cool. And you've been practicing how to shoot for how long?
For many years.
I am curious though, if an enemy was to get close, what would you use if you couldn't access these firing things?
The idea is for them not to get close, but I do have my sidearm. This here, the box.
So, you use range at close range? That seems a bit dangerous.
I prefer not to use customary weapons, because I tend not to like getting into fights.
So you're a pacifist?
Oh, pacifist. I just try to avoid the fight. It's not. Yeah, but as you can see, with this musketeer, it's got a nice long finish. And, stainless steel barrel, so it's quite a.
Is it special? Did someone give it? Was it a gift or something, or was it just purchased?
Oh, no. Are you unexpecting the?
Yeah, just like he more doesn't really know how. Like he just seemed literally staring down like the massive barrel of it.
Oh.
I think it's not loaded.
You're the definition of anxiety, my good sir.
Yeah, that is definitely triggered.
So let's say, which one is he looking at? Is he looking at the
The
one?
musket.
Okay, yeah, that's all good. That's right.
Yeah. I was gonna say probably 12 for a nickel discharge.
Yeah, on the other one.
But yeah.
So you just pointed towards what you wanted to shoot at, and then it fires like a dagger.
Oh, no, it's almost like small yeah, it's pretty much that is all it does. It requires a little bit more than that.
I bet. Oh, I bet I'm faster than that guy.
Are you very sure about this?
Well, I haven't really come across one, so, like, you know, I would be more intrigued.
I will say that on the butt of the musket, where it sort of finishes the shoulder, you can see that there is a crest of almost like an owl.
The creature, is that a bird?
Oh, it is indeed. Can I please have that back?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I do appreciate it. You want me to shoot you?
Well, I want to be... Yeah. I bet I could slice the bullet, the thing in half.
I don't think this is a very, not a very good idea.
Well, I mean, obviously it's not really good. That's what it's called, what am I call it? An experiment. And it's a 50-50 chance it'll succeed or if it'll fail.
I don't think this is a good idea or to an experiment. You're gonna have to roll persuasion or something, because there's no way.
Nice job.
Sure.
Oh, I thought you were a fucking charisma.
He's got good one.
Oh, yeah.
It's alright, it's 11. So, I wouldn't say he'd convince you with that. Like how strongly you are against it. But
I'm sorry. I do not think it's. I'm sure that you have skills, but I actually want that it is in anyone's best interest to get shot.
No. Captain wouldn't allow guests to get shot. But yeah, you kind of see like the starry gaze in his eyes, just looking at the rifle, and he's just like, I would really like to use it one day.
No, you see, I'm happy
This
to.
is adorable.
I'm happy for you to have a look at this, but to actually use it and spread it through, so there's more to it. Okay, just picking it up.
What if I got one of my own? Would you show me how to shoot it then?
I'll tell you what. If you're interested and let's rid of this ailment, I will teach you.
It's just like gleaming eyes. It's a
Okay.
deal.
Okay. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. And I'm just gonna look outside and leave.
Yeah, that's totally fair. He's gonna just like starry eyed, just like he's gonna teach me how to shoot.
alrighty. So with that, I will say that next night it slowly trickles to an end. So more fish on the menu. How lovely. You guys probably won't want fish by the end of this cruise. So getting up the next morning. Finder, please make a D20 roll.
Please.
Just while you're rolling, I want to tell my chat that Zenzi, who I'm watching on our Discord stream, has just knitted the most colourful and adorable little dog coat for their new puppy, which is a Dachshund, and it is so cute. She, like, the puppy is about the size of my hand, and it is adorable, and that was what that face of, oh my god, it's so adorable, I'm gonna fucking die, was. Continue!
For more cute puppy
Yeah.
the puppy game.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can bring
Yeah, Bucky Gaming on Discord has probably got it going on at the moment with the puppy, but and the wonderful Kate, but you know, oh my god,
more so the puppy.
It looks like a pack of nerds. They're just
Yeah.
being too
Close enough.
It's all pink and blue.
oh my god. Those sort
Yeah,
of
so on the ship, we discover a new mascot.
The blink dog. It always blinks out during combat.
Not, if that dog actually blinked off the ship, I'm not getting it. I'm not being responsible for getting that fucking dog. Nope.
Yes, you are. You died from that thing.
I probably literally would, hey.
A train dog.
Going to
for years.
automatic Rosa moment, and I've only known this dog for 2 hours, but I will kill everyone in here and then myself. Anyway, continue.
Sorry for distracting everybody, but she's so little.
Go do it, bro.
Worth
Cute
it.
dog.
Worth it for the cuteness.
I've wanted this dog for like 10 years, guys.
It's like, what the hell? The stream just went like to 3.4 million viewers. What?
The moment a dog shows up. It's like, that's what I need.
Oh, you need to make a channel sticker for her.
Yeah, you need to find someone who can make that.
Oh, don't, I will.
I know a couple of artists.
That's right, you can organise it, you can get it done. We didn't look into it, plus we can.
You smell like weed though.
Yeah, that's, yeah. So with that, you go out, it's just a nice, like, typical day of sailing, nothing wrong, there's no extra fish today, unfortunately. I'm sure you can find some if you try. But it's just the wind's blowing steadily and you guys just still keeping up normal pace. So it's just a quiet day. Anyone doing anything today, or keep going?
I'm just going to keep practice.
I'm still trying to get my sea legs.
I'll probably ask the captain if I can help around the ship, like with the sails or steering and things like that.
Yeah, you're sort of more than happy, and you sort of he'd give you a rundown on anything you don't know how to do already. So if you're ever on the ship, like next time by yourselves, or if you ever need help, you'd be able to find ways to help, basically.
Cool.
So, Vinda, are you asking people to, if they had like the barnacles or anything like that, so you can practice shooting?
I was asking the crew to see if they would have anything else. But if you want to make yourself know, maybe something.
Oh, it's because you said that you didn't know who had them before, so
Yeah,
you were
that's
asking
fair.
around.
Fair enough. But I kind of thought it was just a miscellaneous thing. So like, oh, deck of cards. Oh, the barnacle. Yeah, kind of makes sense.
I would love to see the crew dive down and get you more barnacles.
I think with my shitty perception rolls, I probably wouldn't.
Didn't know where it came from. You saw something in the air and shot it.
Yeah.
Alright. So let's move on to the next day.
Probably just before we go to sleep every night, Zato would jump into the water for like an hour or two for a swim.
Yep, no, fair enough. Also, you are identifying everything that you found as well. Is that it?
If people want me to, sure.
Because you got your items that you had. I think the only one who has unidentified stuff is Zara's.
Yeah, when I find them, I will probably bring it up.
Yep. Just to get away from
During during the day, would I be able to dive down and look for certain specific fish?
For your poisons and stuff like that. Yep, just make an investigation check. I would say with advantage because you're sort of, you know, the waters and what you're looking for.
Oh, alright. What's that investigation? Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Much
18.
better. So yeah, I
So
would
close to
say
that 3.
I would say you'd find quite a few, well, not a few, but enough to make, you know, a few of your doses that you can make with your poisonous kit. Yeah, sort of, it'd be like the pufferfish kind of thing where you just get that certain toxin out of them and it'll be the poison.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna like put those specific ones away in his room and then work on them the next day.
Yep. Alright, next day we got Zaris. Your turn to roll.
Fun.
Yeah, Cool. All right. So as your the ship's coming up, you sort of go out the next morning, sort of like you have been doing. You see there's like a little rocky outcropping island not far, sort of off away from where you are. The captain's sort of going near it because you see, he's never really seen that island, and they've been doing this trip over and over. So he's sort of steering the ship like it's not any additional out of the way. And he's even said he's been a bit bored the last few days, nothing really interesting.
Can I release my Cassandra Crow to check out the island?
Sure. I'll say it, flies out and it comes back and just tells you there was just one chest just sitting in the middle of the island. It's like only like a 10 foot sort of rocky outcrop island, like there's not much to it. It's just sort of, just
Guys,
where...
there's a chest in the middle of the island.
Do we really have time? Please.
Yes.
Okay.
It could have a gun.
I told you, we can understand that you have a fascination with firearms, but...
Fascination, I have an obsession.
Okay, well that is very unhealthy. So,
Yeah, it comes and goes.
but I assure you, if you can wait maybe a few more days, maybe a week, then I can guarantee you that you will be able to have some lessons. As far as
Okay, but enough about the firearms. What about the chest?
I mean, okay, if you chest.
Captain, do we have a rowboat?
Oh, we can get pretty close to it. You can
Zaris
swim,
is
can't you?
listening while, gutting and carefully clearing, these poison sacs from, the fish that he caught the day before. And it's just like, do you want me to just ask a fish to go over and have a look?
Can the fish climb out of the water?
No, but if there's something waiting underneath to grab you.
Oh, yeah, that might be good. Good analysis. Definitely a good idea. Good thinking. Runs down the notes. Here.
Yeah, so he's just gonna lean over and, if there's a couple of fish swimming nearby, he's gonna make the connection and ask him to have a look.
Yep, so make a animal handling or, say, a persuasion check, whichever one you choose. Yep, so you sort of, it pops its head out of water and then sort of you see it just pop down, doesn't say much to you. And like you can see the ripple in the water as it darts straight towards the island. Gets there, sort of pokes its head out, it comes back and tells you it couldn't see anything, it's just all rocks.
Are they shallow rocks?
Can you speak fish?
Oh, sorry.
I can throw you in and you can try. Cyrus doesn't like the feel of it, but he's just like, an island.
What does the fish say?
There's rocks
Below us?
below the island. He goes back to doing his waving.
Wait, so nobody here wants to go over to the island?
No, honestly, time's of the essence. Sure. If you haven't noticed, I don't always want to keep peace on me that I am slowly dying. And I most honestly wish to get this done.
How close can the captain get the boat to the rocks, like to the treasure chest?
15, 20 odd feet down. You get like pretty up close to it.
Gotcha.
Yes, it gets close enough where you just jump off and sort of do a little 5 to 10 feet swim, and you sort of.
No, don't need. So we can get 5 to 10 feet from the edge of the island, like where the rocks and stuff are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So about 30 feet would be like
Yeah,
to
you'd be
the
able to get to the
flat
chest.
part of the island.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll walk up and tell. I'll get him to stop, if not slow down the boat. And I'll tell each of them to come with me to wherever like the closest area the thing is.
Yep. So
Put my
you're
hands on
saying-
both your shoulder.
We will not be long bidden. I promise you that.
I'm not going anywhere. I put my hands on your shoulders, and then I say, "Do you trust this?"
Yes.
Cool. Think happy thoughts, and then I'm going to push you over the edge, and then I'm going to cast levitate, and you will start to Peter Pan sort of levitate.
Oh, I'm gonna castle this shit.
And well, you don't control it; I control it. So it's concentration. So I just pushed you over because for the fun of it. So think happy thoughts, and then because the range is 60 feet, so I will levitate him over. Pick it up. And I'll put you as close as I can without like putting you on the actual island.
Isha is absolutely ecstatic with this. He's like, oh my god, I've never done this before.
Pick it up.
Pick it.
It's concentration for 10 minutes, so I'm literally putting you above the chest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He reaches down, goes to pick up the chest.
Yep. So you pick it up. No worries. It's just like it's only like a little tiny chest, a little rock chest.
Cool. And then I'll start to like levitate because the spell I can levitate levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. So I'm assuming he'll be under it with the chest even.
Yep.
And then I'll slowly start to pull you back and be like, wait, just as you have Revox. I'm losing it! Think happy thoughts! And then I'll throw you into the room.
Zaris is just shaking his head.
You didn't have to do that.
Well, as Vinda said, we don't have time to wait, so that was the quickest and easiest and safest way to do it. Alright, Captain, carry on.
We have
Yep.
a chest.
So looking down at it, you see it's just it's got a little lock on it. Yeah, nothing too.
The classic try to open it.
Yeah, so it's like got a big chunky like padlock sort of thing on it.
We need a key. Or some way to crack the lock. Anybody?
Should ask Zara. Should ask Zara, he's pretty good with these things.
Okay. Zara! Zaras! Zaras!
Still just filling with poisons.
Can you open this? Please?
Puts his foot down. Slowly gets up.
So in that time, the
Wait.
ship's already kept moving again as well too.
Wipes his hands. And then just goes over. What do you want?
This chest. Are you good at opening it?
Let me have a look. And yeah, it's gonna pick the lock.
Yep, that's right.
Is that... What's that?
I would give him an assist.
So you dexterity check with proficiency on top. If you're proficient with thieves tools, which I should be on.
I am indeed. Oh god.
Could I assist?
Hang on.
We'll see what it comes to. So be proficiency, which is 3, I think, is it? 2 or 3? 2, so be 11.
So 11.
But with that, like, it's such an old, like, rusted lock that as soon as you start trying to pick it, it pretty much crumbles and falls apart.
Oh.
Wow, I didn't realize you could do that. That's impressive. Well done.
Yeah, so the lock's no longer usable, basically. The padlock, obviously.
Can I just have a side eye at it to see if the rest of it's like trapped?
Sure, make an investigation check. Or perception.
Why? Yeah. 18.
Yeah, it's just a old weathered chest, basically. It's got a bit of weight to it, but that's about it.
Yeah, just kind of ushers it to it, and then goes back to poisoned. It's like, not gonna get this done.
If you're not going to look at the chest, I'll peek.
So you open it and you see like, a berry of coins. It's almost filled to the brim with coins. It's got one, like a vial in there. With a slightly red sort of tinge to it. With essence inside the vial. And yeah, it's just in a, like a, just a little silk bag, like with a couple of tie strings. And as you sort of lift it up and look inside, it just looks like this fine sand.
I'll make you a deal. Since we worked as a team, I'll keep that little pouch and that vial, and you keep the coins.
I don't know what those things are. Deal.
Neither do I, but I'll find out.
I feel like we should give this to everybody a bit of a... He starts to count in 1, 2,
I'm gonna grab the
3.
vial and the pack of sand and go start to meditate so I can ritually cast Identify.
Yep.
Which will take me 11 minutes.
Yep. So there's 11 minutes you can identify like a number of items, or it's just one item every time.
I think it's for the duration of the spell. Give me 1 second. Identify. I'll have 1 minute once the spell is complete.
Yep. To touch.
So anything that I'll
any number
touch
of items.
within, yeah.
Yep. Too easy.
Oh,
Yep.
no, I think it's actually, no. I'm ritually casting it, that's incorrect. I think I have to, like... I mean, we've got the time either way, but I think
Yeah,
it's like
so
I have to ritually cast it to do it for each individual item.
Yeah. So
but
while we're on
if
the
you wanna
ship, it's
say
not
I
gonna
just-
matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more in future when we try to do it. That sort of
Yep.
first time pressing. Yep.
I'm sorry, what are you trying to do?
Just identify the items.
Ritually cast or spell casting?
He's ritually casting it total.
So
Just
it's
10
10
minutes
minutes
plus,
per, yeah, 10 minutes. You can do as many items in that 10 minutes as possible, I think.
Oh,
But
Yep.
the 10 minutes is the...
Yeah, it's
Either
at
way,
least 10
I'll
minutes.
put everything in front of me anyway.
Yeah. So I'd say, like, with everything you've got, like, you know, with what Cyrus had, what you had, everything, I'd say like, a good hour or so would go by with you identifying all of it.
Yep.
So I'll put, so we've got dust of sneezing and choking just then, and a potion of fire resistance. And you've got your health potions that you've got, and then the one potion that Zaris has is a potion of poison. And she also has a +1 dagger, which was from Torgi.
Nice.
So potion of fire resistance I'm adding, and what was the sand, sorry?
Sneezing and choking. Sorry. Yeah, dust of sneezing and choking.
Friggin' dagger, the blood of dragon.
Zato here. Let's go. Party shoot.
Adding it to my current D&D Beyond thing.
Yeah, just putting it into your other one.
So, the 1 hour that it took for him to identify that is the 1 hour that it took for Isha to count the coins.
Yeah, so with that you
An hour?
found. That's why it took him an hour. So
He didn't even identify what map was.
that's true. So you end up with 50 gold pieces, 76 silver, and 155 copper.
Do I just add that to my D&D Beyond, or do I add that to my experience?
Yep, just add it to D&D Beyond, and I'll throw it into your fancy rounds
Alright.
whenever we update it next kind of thing. Actually, this might have been shopping later in this episode, so I might.
And when I'm after the ritual, I'll probably tell you, Cyrus, unless you've run away, the potion you have is a potion of poison, I think you said it was?
Yep. So it looks
Yeah.
and smells like a potion of healing, but in fact it poisons instead.
Yeah. So I'll tell you that at the end of the ritual.
You've done too much medicine to be poison. Here's the
Maybe. Add this into
I'm gonna go try and find Binder.
Popular.
Well, we've only got a certain amount of time with him left.
so we think.
He went there. He went there.
Wow! My goodness.
And just like the party went to
Yeah, I'm probably at the stern. Ship just okay. This
I kind of just awkwardly stand there for a moment until you realise that I'm there.
yeah, a little bit.
Was I say, should we make a perception check or with how these have been going?
No, it's too lost in forward. I'm just gonna accept the fact. That's it. Oh, sorry. I didn't see that.
I figured. I want to try a thing that I did on the family back on land. It just might buy you an extra day of not dying.
And what is this thing?
Complicated?
Okay. And what happens to the
I mean, they still died. They just got an extra couple of days.
I don't know if it did yet.
I'm assuming.
Oh,
They're human.
No, they weren't. I thought
Probably was. I don't know.
2 kids were tieflings.
Probably. I wasn't not there for it, technically.
True.
That's true. Okay.
Either way, they're not trying, so he's just assuming that they die.
If it buys me
It should. That's at least so far my experiments have. I can't cure you, obviously, but you know that. But hopefully I can get you a day, maybe 2. But it will hurt. So unless you have something to put in your mouth, I have like
okay.
a bit of rag or clothes or a stick.
Well, I mean, I could potentially just take the regular boat and
Sure, that works for you.
I'll just do that. I'll take my clothes off. And, you can see that we've got some leather armor on. The angle on it's scratched off. But I'll bite the bullet, so to say, and bite my great coat.
Lay down.
Literally could bite the bullet.
Good.
I could, but I'm not.
Yeah,
Put a bullet in your
bite too
mouth.
hard and
And then I will, quote unquote, do the thing that we practice with the family with the blood, but like not trying to fix it, but to delay it to a degree. I think that was an Arcana check, I believe. Yeah.
yep. So yeah, make an arcana.
So the only reason why I think it's going to hurt you is because I'm moving parts of your blood without you moving it. If that makes sense, you might feel something going up a vein, down a vein.
Yes, okay.
It's changing the flow basically.
Oh, I'm going to use my tides and change that because that was a 5. So.
Oh my god.
Shit, you speed it up. Yeah.
Sorry, so I added 4 days, but I subtracted 3. So like, hey, that's 20.
Oh.
25 for total.
Yeah. So I say with that, you notice like some of the blueness sort of go down a little bit, like so that it's not as vibrant as it was getting. And I'll say Finder will sort of add a couple of days on until you go do another con save. Instead of the 10 days, it'll be maybe 12 or 13. I think. Yeah. So it sort of buys you a few more days. It's obviously not a
Yeah.
cure, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's definitely not. It's just a extension for your build.
Yeah.
And then after that, like I'll be completely exhausted, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then
I'm going to be sweating and I'm just going to keep my great coat off for now because it's great hot for me not to have my blood manipulated.
Yep.
Hey, aren't you glad you gave me that blood vial to test with first?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Nothing to do with your little chronal shit.
No, nothing to do with the actual magic. No, it was all science.
But, so yeah, that was sort of the day keeps continuing on, and you guys know by calculations, the next day will be the day you guys should get to port.
Take long.
Alright.
Need to get on that.
You should just go spend the night swinging his sword.
Yep.
Like outside on the deck.
Yeah, that's fair. So there's not much room in your room, but sure.
Is Zara's hiding away after all the identify stuff?
No.
She was making poison all day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was just doing some poison gatherings from some fishies and just
Are you gonna do poison stuff tomorrow?
depends if I find fish.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Okay.
So I will say, because you spent the day like making a poison sort of thing, you weren't trying to do it in a hurry, you did manage to make it without needing the checks, basically.
Excellent.
So you pretty much you just spent the day fiddling with that. Alrighty. So let's get on to
Next.
the last day is Zato.
Oh, sorry.
This is the last day, might be another day after.
13.
Yep, so 13. Haha, of course. Alright, so as you sort of, you guys are just nice asleep in the middle of the night, you just feel like the ship start rocking like severely. The calls coming from on deck to raise the sails, and sort of, if anyone goes outside, all you see is just lightning, thunder, just like a massive storm just sort of encircling this part of the bay.
Alright, I guess Vimba is literally passing around and trying to do whatever he can.
Yep, so
Zato
basically, pretty much Captain turned around and says, "See that like rubber duck down there? Like, and there's like a bucket down on the sort of on the deck of the ship. It's like if that's moving, we have issues." And you see everyone's just running around tying down everything. Like, they're trying to tie down barrels as best they can. There's people down on the next floor tying down the cannons, and you can see this like rubber duck is floating both side to side in this bucket. Surprisingly, not falling out of it, but yeah, sort of. You can tell that's how the captain tells if it's a bad storm.
I'm just going to help tie down anything and whatever needs to be tied down.
Yep. Let's just say damage.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so with that, like, that's it. You just don't lose much. Like, there's like, minor damage in front of a couple of the cannons, like where they've smacked into the side of the ship, but nothing, nothing everlasting. They'll patch it up when they get a chance, kind of thing. But everything else gets sort of tied down. It's just a very rough night and at least half a day of sort of a storm just racking through.
Cyrus is gonna check to see if there's anything, like holding stomach.
So if you knock on Zenzi's door, did they hear or see anything?
Grimsy's just like laying in bed, holding onto the walls. So everything's moving. Everything needs to stop moving.
Are you still using the 2 beds?
Yeah.
Alright, make a dexterity save. I want to see if the beds went sideways. Yep, so like with you holding on tightly, you're holding pretty much both beds together. So for anyone who is less lucky, the beds would have split open, you'd be laying on the floor of a ship.
Still stands. Everything's moving, and everything shouldn't be moving.
Yeah, you're still the bed's still sliding in the room basically.
And Zara's like leans his head in and is like, do you need a bucket?
I think I need 6 buckets.
I'll find that.
Thank you.
Which isn't hard, but you go up to the top end, like about sort of the same level, and you see a few empty barrels. Because you're getting towards the end of the trip. So I'm sure you can take one of them back.
Yep.
Just sort of roll it down the.
Yeah, just roll it down the stairwell. Just like dunk, 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 dunk. Just kind of half sets it up so the doors open so Zenzi can utilize it if need be.
Yep.
Opens the door up and kind of like positions it so it can't move out the door well.
Yep.
Good move. You should move.
Yeah, just like there you go.
Thank you. It's like pull the blanket over to him.
Just, yeah. Doesn't go to help, but that's about as much help as Cyrus is going to do.
Yep. That's good. But yeah, so that just slows down the trip, just as all the sails are put up and just trying to weary out the storm. It lasts until like the middle of the day, so you guys sort of with that, and the half a day you've lost the other day with no calm, so now it's sort of put back till the next day now. You easily get there. Yeah, so let's get the last roll. So it's just a long day. Eventually you guys get back to travel and start moving again, but Zenzi for the last one, hopefully. D20 please. For the next day.
Okay. If you'll notice, it says 14, 13, 12 on the
It does.
Yeah, we're going down, guys. Counting down to something bad, clearly.
Who's going to get that natural one? Place your bets now.
So I say, with that, as you sort of come out the next morning, and there's a little bit of, a few barrels and stuff that are just floating in the water, but just nothing of importance. So just by a closer look, you can tell they're empty. Like it's just ones that have sort of been thrown over or damaged by stuff moving around on the ship, so to speak. But where have we got? Who's most perceptive of the party? So, that would be. It's free viz all at 13. So it'd be like field visitors sort of up on deck. I'd say Isha, Vinda and Zenzi. Vinda, you're still doing what you're doing most days, I assume. Just at the stern and just sort of cruising. Just as you look, you just see this one sharp fin just sort of pop up and out every now and then. As it's sort of circling around the ship.
How big is it? Is it like
Look, you wouldn't have the most experience, but it is like it's almost the size of you.
Oh.
And that's just a thing. Yeah. Yes.
I'm not very much for a seafaring type. That shark over there, obviously that's normal.
Far from it, we never see one that big. Just look at the size of that fin.
Are we just going to keep cruising, or what's the best course of action?
Well, the closer we get to the harbour, the more likely we're to come across fishing ships.
Just keep going.
If you want to take the giant shark towards the fishing ships, sure.
Zara, Zaris, are you able to speak with that thing?
Yes, I would say Isha and Lindsay, you both see it as well. Maybe not Zenzi,
Zara
if she's still in
on
her
deck.
room.
Yeah.
You did Ed.
Talking to Mark. But I feel like he's like, don't talk to me until we're back on land.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Crash the ship if you have to.
Just driving up on land.
I'm a pachyderm. I don't do well with the ocean.
No,
Oh.
Zaris isn't on deck, so.
Ah, well, you should all go running. Zara,
Zato would just be in his room meditating.
One of the two of you, Zaris or Zato, if your name starts with Z, can you please come up to the top deck immediately?
No.
Sensi,
Just a no.
Yeah, I nominate Sensi. I'll eventually make my way up.
There's a shark, big shark.
And Zaris, like, appears out of nowhere.
There we go.
Kindly up to the deck.
Apparently they want us. That'd be something interesting. There's something boring. Sort of.
It is a shark.
It's boring.
Yeah, very boring.
Just ask us. Let's talk to the shark. See why it's following the ship,
Oh,
please.
Because it's hungry.
all the paper shoes you for this one.
So yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So about, let's just do a D6 and whoever gets higher. Well, wins.
2.
6 for Zaris.
There we go.
So Zaris wins. Welcome back, Parchment Cheers. So I'm guessing that's Zardo going up there.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
But Zaris is gonna go anyway because
okay.
like, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. He just wanted to make his brother lose.
Alright, let's go up. I'll go up.
You see? There's a shark. Shark outside. Can you talk to it?
Can I tell how big this shark will be?
It's giant, like classified as giant shark. So it'd be, well, 10 to 15 odd feet long.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a big, big boy.
Okay. Yeah, because we're still doing the raw thing. Okay, cool. Fine. I will go to where is it in relation to the ship?
So at the moment, did I see that one?
Yes.
Should only be the 2 ships, maybe, like the top 2 floors.
Where's me?
I haven't put you on there because this was when you weren't here.
Ah.
So.
Gee.
There we go. Yeah, I don't have a big image for it, so.
Is the G the shark?
Yeah. It's almost twice that size. Like, imagine it takes
Is
up
it-
the 4 squares,
Yeah, yeah.
basically.
Is it circling the ship?
Yeah, so it's just sort of going.
Okay,
forward.
so once it goes up there, I'm going to go here. Oh, I can move my token.
Yep. Yeah, I've turned off that
So
sort
when
of people not
Yep.
moving.
And then when it circles back, like I'll try and start to communicate it from when it's about, like when it gets to here, I'll still stay here, but when it's about here is when I'll try and start to talk about it. Start to talk,
Yep.
communicate with it, sorry.
So they can move 50 feet per round, so they're, if you give it maybe 10 seconds or so, and it'll be back sort of around us. Like it's circling is pretty quick. So, but it's keeping up with the ship pretty easy too.
You should just
Yep.
gonna like real quick go.
Sort of points to it's like various harpoons and stuff here and there. So, but they're mostly just spears with just like a slightly different head on them, basically.
He grabs 2 and goes.
I'm gonna ready my action just to shoot it, just in case it's no wrong.
Just in case.
I can just imagine how we come in peace.
Yeah, pretty much. That's better.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
That's how you do
Wow.
it.
This reminds me of that giant fish from Resident Evil 4 reference that you said.
Oh,
Yeah, so Susanna, as you're swimming there, you turn around and it is a big, big boy.
What does it
Yeah.
G? Could it be J for Jaws?
E for Bruce. So just for like a thing, not that it will matter too much in this. But I imagine like he has like this strong New York accent, what he's supposed to when he's outside of the water. I imagine when he's inside of the water, it's more like ethereal and sort of like angelic, like because like sound can travel as, like in the same kind of way. Doesn't vibrate as much. So not that I can sound like that, but that's how he will sound. Very royally sort of thing. Greetings, good friends. Travel well?
Hungry.
Ah. By fish, I assume? Lots of it?
If there's any here. When you look around, there's not much.
Well, there was, it was 2 days ago, I think, was the last fishing sort of thing. 3 days ago.
Yeah, about 3 days ago.
But for a shark, it'd be like a day and a half, realistically.
Yeah, if you really try.
Yeah. Fortune favors us. I have news of at least 6 different types of schools of fish that we ourselves fished just about under 3 days ago. I'm sure if you were a bit more determined, you could get there within 24 hours. And I will, because I got navigation tools, can I figure out which way that was that we've traveled from to, like,
Yeah,
that was where the
so
school of fish was?
Would have been come over the head, so it probably would have been northeast-ish from where you're going out.
Yeah. I'll kind of point with the trident just so he has more of a direction. I'll be like, that way! By nightfall, I'm sure you could get there, and a plethora of different types of fish that would help a growing shark of yourself. I did not get your name. My apologies. I am Zardo. You are...
Don't have a name.
Don't have a name?
Shark.
I mean, he raises a fair point.
This plane sucks. My apologies where I come from. Everything has a name. So, I will
I was
call
leaning
you...
towards going for Bruce the Shark, but I'm like, no, that's a bit done.
I know, now I'm trying to think of like another shark name. Oh, that's all I've got. Oh, I will call you Oogie Boogie. That is who I will call you. Because you give the heebie-jeebies to the people aboard the boat.
Really?
Look, I looked at my giant Oogie Boogie and I was like, yep, let's call a shark Oogie Boogie, why not? Okay, if you would like a decent meal, like a plethora of different tastes for your palate, then that is what I would strongly recommend for you to do.
But I'm hungry now.
Do we have any fish above board?
Well, I mean, we're a day above to port, so surely we...
Because we're getting close to running out.
Oh, okay.
Because you did do a big fishing which lasted for 2 days and that storm hit. Which sort of pushes. So you're running on like, last
Can I
sort of...
do a perception to see if I could see, or a survival to see if I could see if anything would be sort of close by for him?
Sure.
I know he wants to eat us, but I'm going to try and persuade him for the moment as much as possible. But what am I rolling? Perception?
Yeah, the perception.
Alright.
So you can see anything in the water.
I'm going to turn the tides because that was a 9. I'd like to try and see something. Come on! Oh, that was an 8! Okay! Not gonna live.
It's just barren, you can't see anything.
Yeah, so it's 10 total.
Yeah, you can't see.
Hold on.
What'd you do with the puppy?
She weed on me, so she went in the crate.
It's like into the shop.
So I can hear it.
So, if only I had a vial of someone's blood.
Just drain it out and then just push it off floor.
Oh, it's poison.
Yeah, this is another experiment.
Yeah. Blood testing of the blood.
That would be so wild.
I mean, I have a vial of your blood. You are sick, and I took it after you got poisoned, so in theory, it's a bit of the poison.
But would you get poisoned because you'd be in the sea?
Would I take that risk for science? Fuck it, no. But there's also the D&D player in me that wants to keep the shark as a pet. But you know, that's not going to happen either.
No, I want to encourage this, but I don't want to encourage
I know. It's the player versus the character.
So what are you choosing to do? Because it's starting its charge sort of up towards the top of the ship again.
Ishida is going to shout at Bizardo. Bizardo, what is it saying?
Could you just bear with me a moment, and I'll sort of, can I actually, you know what? 'Cause I shouldn't trust it. I will sort of move to the side because I know it can't reverse, so it's going to continue to go around. So I'll wait for it to go around, and then I'll pop up.
Yeah.
No, go around me. Thank you.
Yeah, just go around me. Nope, you're swallowed.
Yeah, damn it. Now, while I'm inside the shark, I will then release the poison. I will swim up and be like, just give me another loop around. It's just hungry. Do we have anything, like, that we can spare? Any random food that we can spare?
Captain, do we have anything that we can spare?
We'll be in port tomorrow. Like, we're sure that we can go one night.
I think we should just get rid of the shark in this instance.
Yes, I'm going to get it to move on. But do we have anything that we can throw it just for now?
Captain's shrugging because he's been on top deck and he gets told when they're out of food. And with which the chef or whatever else, the quartermaster comes up and goes, "We're basically out. We've got
When will we hit
nothing."
land?
This afternoon."
We can go this afternoon. Please throw the remaining food into the fish and stuff that we have into the sea, please.
How are we supposed to know if he likes it?
I will
We have-
ask.
He sort of comes up and all he's got is like the scrappy, almost moldy veggies and stuff.
That's fine. Just throw it into the other side that I'm not currently laying sitting. Throw it on the other side of the boat.
They get very angry.
So that's what you've told the crew's going to start tipping the veggies and rotten veggies and all that sort of stuff off the other side, and
Yep, and then it comes back around.
yeah, so it would have done like a whole lap basically
Yeah,
by the
I
time
would
that was happening.
when
It,
we-
my action for this.
I will say to you guys before I get back under the water, don't attack until like I shoot a bolt into the air, and then you can attack it if it goes bad. Okay?
Okay, that's my ready.
Yep. Then I'll go back under.
as it sort of ducks under, she got me to watch.
Oh, and I've named him Oogie Boogie, so the shark now has a name. I don't know if that emotionally affects your decisions in the future. And then I'll go back in.
Zaris is just
Yeah, you're giving her a buck.
Zaris is just looking at the bubbles that was a moment ago his brother, and it's just like, why do you name everything?
Shark.
Everything.
So as it goes past, it does another. It does like this whole mouthful of all the scraps that are in the water. And it sort of shakes its head as it sort of like wasn't really expecting veggies. Pretty much, they don't eat veggies.
I will try to make it shark.
Yeah. So it
Vegan
swims
shark!
like you see it pretty much
Vegan
start
shark,
off. Vegan shark. Yeah.
Shark.
See how well that
If you don't in
works.
your life, do not
So-
sing that song.
You see it like it goes out a little bit wider after it gets eaten, and then it just starts charging straight towards the side of the ship.
Alright, my last thing to do with persuasion is I'm going to say, look, if anyone falls overboard, we're all poisoned. Like, if you eat us, you will die by nightfall. So I'm giving you a chance to go get good fish, or you can eat one of us that are poisoned. I'll even give you the blood, but it's poison. I'm telling you, we're poisoned.
Okay,
I could
deception
do
check
that.
because you're not bald.
Yeah, I know. Look, my persuasion is the same +0 as the deception +0, so...
Sure.
Wrong brother.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
9. I'm going to reverse the tides.
Glad you're using all them now.
I should not have reversed the tides, because that was a 7. Or a 1. That's a 1.
The
That is
one,
a 1.
yep.
Oh
one,
my
sorry.
god.
Alright.
Oh,
I will say for
Get
everyone
ready!
to roll initiative, guys.
Zaris is just gonna cry out, "Peace!"
Oh, I got another 1 for initiative.
So what does that come to a total of 1?
Oh, I got a 1 too!
Hey!
well, I got
So
it.
that's a
I got
6
a
for
10.
me.
6 for you.
Wow, we both get 1s and 10s, Jesus.
Do you want to like get a creature and use your blood now as a test to see like how quickly if a bigger
Oh,
creature
wow.
would die from it?
Zenzi's is even worse
-1.
because it's a 0.
Oh, fun.
And it's minus
So you won't get a go in this first round. Just so you know.
That's because I'm still laying in bed.
You're
going,
still in
"Oh,
bed,
why?"
correct.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
It makes sense.
Sea legs.
Alrighty, so Vinder, I will say you've held an action, so you can have your action plus your actual action because you'll be first up.
Okay, I'm going to use a violent shot. So that increases my score to 4. So let's hope that I get a 4. I rolled natural one.
That thing just fucking exploded.
Wow. This is like
Right.
COVID right now. It's just everyone's getting it.
So I'm going to use an action surge to fix that stoppage. So that's my turn.
Yep.
So I aim to like, oh, I got you now, you son of a bitch. And it's I'm like, son of a bitch.
Alright, so that's your.
That's my turn.
Black powder's wet.
Alright. So that was your held action, your fire, yeah?
Yeah.
So for
and then-
your first up on initiative. Yep.
Okay. But then I'll action surge and I'd do that again.
Yep.
Okay, that's much better. 14.
So. Yep, just hits.
That was... Oh, god damn it. 6 damage.
Yep. So you see it's like scrape off its like trying to shoot into the water is hard enough, this is kind of thing. So it just scrapes on its side. Still doing damage, but not as much as before.
Yeah, I guess I'll use my last action surge and reload. And that'll be my turn.
Too easy. Alright, so now moving on to Giant Shark.
He has a name.
Sorry, Boogie Boogie.
Thank you.
Let's change who you're shooting. It's okay, girl. Come here.
She goes, no, I smell.
I know.
She peed on me, and so she's now covered in pee.
Yeah. Alright. You're in the water, aren't you, Ed, still?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's going to
Technically,
go...
I'm also underwater.
Yeah, so it's going to, like, dart under the ship, because you're the easiest prey, because you're in the water. And it's going to try and attack you. We've got 24 to hit, I assume does.
Oh god.
And it's 3d10 plus 6. Shit, 25 damage.
Cool. I'm out.
Oh,
So you got one unconscious.
By the
one
way,
in water.
when we were talking, I was like, if I see you coming to attack, I was gonna like missy step, but like battle's different. But that was my plan. That's why I was like, yeah, I can be underwater.
Is it a reaction? It's a bonus action, isn't it? Yeah.
It's yeah.
That's right.
No. Oh yes, it is. I just don't have it.
Yeah. That's right. Alrighty, well, yeah, you got one unconscious, so with that, everyone on board just sees, like, it pretty much comes up straight out of the water, like, with Zardo in its mouth, and drops him, like, off to the side as he starts doing its round again around the ship.
Oh, hell no.
at least Zardo can't drink, so...
That's a
It's
positive.
true. It's true.
Because that's a worry right now, yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Alright, Ishtar, you're up. And I would say
Hold on.
heading up. Yep.
I need to double check something. Good night. How would you say this shark like bit? Like, was it like the whole, or like most of my torso?
Yeah, so it sort of would have...
What I want to know is, would a potion, not a potion, would a vial wrapped in a certain blanket smash? Is my question.
to make it to you.
Oh no.
You transferred that, remember?
No. I still have... Oh!
It's in your
wait.
pocket playing.
No, it's still in my pocket.
Your wrist
No,
pocket.
yes, but it's not in a blanket anymore. It's
Oh,
in a
no, it's not in that, sorry, yeah.
Did you have it in your
Yeah.
wrist pocket thing though? Your wrist
That
watch?
that spell only works for an hour.
Oh, is that where
So
it's
even
held
if
just
I,
for
if
the
I,
hour?
if I,
Okay.
yeah, so if I teleport something away, it's concentration up for an hour. So if you give me something, I can teleport it away, and then I've got an hour to like run away before it comes back to my hand.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. That's That's alright. That's okay.
Okay, I will say it does shatter around you.
Ah, fantastic.
It's 26 out of the D100.
Yep.
So it's going to make a con save. Stop there.
It is in a box, not in a blanket. So
15, I think. I need to find it again.
I mean, the
now.
size of the creature and stuff, it would have.
Yeah, pretty sure it's automatically failed because it would be inside it anyway. When you come to, if you come to, I will get you to make a con save as well to see if you get it.
Yep.
Because you're in the vicinity of it.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll go from there. But at the moment, you can't tell that that Oogie Boogie has it, but you can guarantee he most likely does, considering it was inside his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Ishida.
Ishida, seeing the sight of his friend being bitten, is gonna get very, very pissed. So he's like, ah! Not today, Oogie Boogie! As
Up out
he
of the water. I'm
gets
just trying to
mad. Now, curious, the cannons, where are they placed?
the down one floor.
Fuck!
They're not on the surface. They're like one floor down.
Ah, okay, fair enough. There's no good sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Then, in which case, he's gonna take the spear / I'm guessing it's just the javelin,
Yep.
and he's gonna start throwing at it.
Yep.
So
make an attack.
But first of all, I need to quickly roll for my wild magic.
Yes, you do. It's okay, girl. It's okay.
Yeah. What's that, 13?
What is 11?
Just D100.
that was
That's
an
11.
11.
Oh, it's 11.
Is it?
Oh, snap.
What are you doing?
I immediately end my rage and gain 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, good. How great.
So,
You were so
Ew.
distraught by seeing what happened to your friend that it ruined your rage.
absolutely. It just put me into, there's this anger, there's the calm. So, yeah, he will bring out the javelin and he's going to throw it.
That would be a disadvantage as well. You've just got explosion.
Yep.
Disadvantage, yeah. Alright, let's go. No dice.
Yep, so that misses just straight past.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. It sucks.
So
Alright.
you're not used to hitting such a quick moving target, it just goes behind.
No. No, definitely not. And, yeah, he ends his turn.
Yep, right. Let me just... Hello, yes. I know, I still like you, Mummy doesn't at the moment.
I do.
Better don't be wearing a singlet.
Come-
Zardo is unconscious. Please make a death save.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Do you want me to just tell you? Like, message you?
Just message me. Yep.
Oh, wait. Is it like... What about Zenzi? What about Zaris?
What's up? They're up next. I'm going for their initiative. Everyone rolled poorly.
Yeah.
I
Zaris,
got
you're up.
missed first turn because
Yeah, you
Yeah,
still
I
hasn't
got
even got to your turn yet.
I think if you're learning better, Kate, I had new people playing D&D. The first combat, the guy has like a -2, and he rolled a nat 1. So he technically had like less than what you just rolled.
true.
It was
I've got negative.
Yeah.
My initiative's never going to be good, which as a healer is
Yeah, that's fair.
expected.
So
That's my
you'll
turn,
go,
done?
Zaris. Yep.
Zaris is gonna like grab the rope that he's constantly kept tied to the edge of the ship, but like when he
Yep.
jumps over and catches fish and stuff like that. He's gonna grab that, dive over the side and tie it around his brother so they can pull him up before before holding my action for the shark to come back around.
So I said, it's just going to be circling the ship, so pretty much you can take a shot at it almost wherever, basically.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't have anything that will, except for my daggers.
Yep.
So
As you can run around, and as you should have found a few of the harpoony sort of things. Harpoons and just javelins, basically. So you can always give them a try if you wanted to, or just wait.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for it to come back around so I can make sure that my brother gets lifted out of the water. And
Alright.
I'm gonna shout out to somebody to do that.
Cool. Alright, I will actually do
Can I hide up against the side of the boat?
Sure, make us stealth.
I can make a sneak attack when it comes back around.
Yep.
Still.
I will say the crew will act on initiative, say 15, so they got 13 on the D20.
20.
So the crew will go just before you, Vinda, when it gets back around. So I'll just do general things, but basically, yeah. Okay. Yep, yeah, so you're pretty much attached to the side of the ship. If you wanted to drag your brother there and try and do the same thing, you'll have a disadvantage, but you can try that if you want to. Let's try and hide him.
It's fine. I'd be bleeding out, so the shark wouldn't know. We'd know that about sharks.
And
Yeah,
have an
he'd be coming
advantage
back
to
for the
find it.
blood.
Yeah. Yep.
So
That's right.
I trust the crew members to like drag him up. So
Yep. Skip Zenzi at the moment. And we've got the crew going before Vinda. So let's just do D6, see how many of the cannons shoot. Only one cannon shoots this time. So it's a D12 damage for every cannon. Only one damage. They're rolling horribly.
Wow.
So it like just skimmed off the top of them.
that is gross.
I was like, I'll do
Get
the big guy,
good.
see how it goes. No.
Oh.
So they fired out of all 6. They only hit with 1 and they only did 1 damage. So Vindo, you're good.
Yep, one thing I realised from last turn, I actually have the lucky feat, so technically that natural one, but whatever.
No, if you have halfling luck, yeah.
Yeah, anyways, I will just do a normal muscle shot again.
Yep.
Okay, 13.
Yep, just hits.
Come on, buddy. 7.
7 damage. Yep. So like it hit it, it's still like you're noticing hitting things in water seems to be reducing how well you can hit it, basically.
Yeah, it's less.
Yeah.
In that case, I am just going to sling my musket and draw my pepper box.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. Alright, it's back to the sharks go. Actually, let me just do... Yep, I will say that Zardo's been, like, roped and brought back to the side of the ship as well. They're in the process of trying to get you up onto the deck. But yeah, it's just a process. None of them want to jump in the water with the shark.
Yeah,
Surprise,
understandable. That's why I took the rope down with me. I'm like,
So they're trying to pull Zato out. Alright, we're gonna go around and see if he sees you. Sees that. Stats. Perception +3. Nope, he doesn't see you, so he's just going to charge at the ship. Guarantees we're all going to hit. Yep. So he smacks into the side of the ship. Binder, were you standing on the side of the ship, like on the railing?
Yes.
Yep. Ishida, were you on the side of the ship as well? Like next to the railing? Cool. Make dexterity saving throws for me.
Do I get my attack?
Ah, yeah, because it's swung by. Yep.
Yeah.
So you do that at the same time.
23.
Yep. So you both like you get rocked around a bit. You guys just sort of catch yourselves. Let's do a D4. See how many crew members. 2 crew members fall in on the other side.
Ew.
Where's the bit?
What's my snake? I didn't know my snake.
I'm going to say these 2 crew members. They've just fallen off into the water.
Oh, nice hit.
Yep, so you hit. So with the second one anyway. 8.
Well, my snake attack didn't attach itself to it.
Ah, yep. That's good.
Yeah, sorry. Cool. Yeah, so I do that. Can I roll a perception to see if the water's tainted around where I was?
Sure. Still trying to find.
Oh, yuck.
What's up? Didn't come up.
Oh, okay.
It's by the sense that I'll go this.
I like that one a lot more.
Okay, so yeah, looking around you see like just like basically some spores, basically like bright blue spores floating through the water, and it's almost everywhere around the ship because it was caught in the shark's mouth. So almost the water around the ship is also tainted at the moment. So, like if you spend too long in the water, you'll have to make a save. Or if you get bitten by the shark, you'll probably have to make a save. Just to make it even more deadly than it already is.
Oogie Boogie has the teeth that are poison. He'll spread that poison. And, yes!
Yeah, he's going to spread
Start of
everything.
my villain arc.
Let's try and find... It's in here somewhere. I have to find it. There's a thing about, like, as I said, actually weaponizing the vial. Just trying to find out where it is. That's it. Actually, we'll just make the water. It's pretty much toxic at the moment. But alrighty. So it's just charged, knock people off the boat. I will say, let's see how much. Oof, 26 damage to the ship. So you heard like a loud crack, like as Boogie Boogie crashed into it.
What the fuck is with this shark?
It's 3d10, buddy. It's a giant shark. I was expecting these cannons to do a lot more. That's what I'm saying.
I've got an idea, but I don't think it's going to work.
Always try. Ishida, you're up.
Ishida is.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my sneak attack isn't working properly, so I'll keep going. I'll
Yeah.
see.
Just drag it onto your character. So just drag it onto your... So you press the magnifying glass to make it big. To open it up, and you drag like the person looking thing onto your mini. See how I've got their effect damage 2d6 to Cyrus?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got it, but like,
Yeah.
I don't.
And it should be the next time you make an attack that will go onto it. So just roll that damage for me. If it was used. Alright, so Ishida.
Ishida again in a fit of rage that his rage did not rage, he's going to rage.
No.
And he's going to attempt to pull up the rope with Zardo and Zaris at the end of it, just to get them out of the water.
Zaris isn't attached.
Zaris isn't attached, but Zardo is.
Zardo is. I'm going to try and reef Zardo up. So, just get really deep. I'm going to use all my might to yank him up.
51.
51. Let's see, folks. What is I got today? For the next minute, you gain vulnerability to damage from creatures with higher intelligence than yours. Hopefully the shark is as smart as me.
No, you gotta hide the one intelligence.
Shit! He's more intelligent than you.
Right, you. I'll leave you in the water. Alright.
I'm amphibious. I'm fine.
Now, glad you are. He's gonna reef up the rope with Zardo.
Yep, so let's make a strength check with advantage.
Shall do.
Yeah,
Get
so
on with you.
with ease. Like you pull him straight up out of the water, like no issues.
Then I stabilize him.
Make a medicine check. That'd be it.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
You
He's
don't know
attempting
enough of it.
CPR, but he doesn't really know what CPR is.
And there
So
is
you're just giving him a Frenchie.
like
Yeah,
almost.
he's just kissing him.
Like, you gotta think this giant shark took basically a massive bite out of Zardo. Like he's got a lot of puncture wounds.
So, come on, buddy. Come on.
Alright, so that's your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Zardo. Here we go.
Just read that last message.
Oh, I'm so curious.
You don't know.
Fair enough. Yep.
Come on, Zardo. I'm probably vulnerable to you right now. That's terrifying, unless anybody else
Ooh.
has some
Okay.
intelligence of 9.
Not good.
Cyrus, I think you're going to be an only child.
So Ishida, as you're trying to help Zardo, you notice that like you're trying CPR and instead of helping, you're pushing a fuckload more blood out of his wounds.
No!
And with that, as you're watching Zardo's face, it almost goes like this, no, in the chest. There's no more movement.
Zardo? Zardo? Zardo!
Alright, Zaris. You're hearing this shouting out for your brother. You don't know why.
You better fix him.
Shit just got real.
Better fucking fix him.
So I will say the shark is sort of going past you instead of you trying to hold your attack every time, kind of thing. If that makes sense.
Okay, so I don't get an attack.
Yeah, you can make an attack. I'll just say whenever it's your turn, basically it's just after it's gone past you. So
Okay,
then,
so
so instead of you holding
I
your
will-
attack every turn, you can actually go on your turn.
okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna stab at it from the shadows of the bows of the ship.
Mhm.
With my short sword.
12 just misses. Hearing your brother's name getting called out just throws you off. Just that split second that it takes to miss. Senzi, you just get up on the deck of the ship after hearing all the commotion.
Yep.
At the top.
So I can see that like Zardo is like bleeding out and Ishida's trying to help, yeah?
Yep, so it's had sort of. You come out and sort of run to the side there and you can see down the side where they are.
Yep. Shit, do I need that? Am I doing the maybe on?
Which one's that?
The one want to stay blind.
Spare the dying.
Yeah.
You can try it.
I don't know how
I don't know if it's on your D&D Beyond, you've got it. But, yeah. We can sort that out after.
No, it's not in D&D Beyond either. Shit!
Well, you can't have it prepared.
I can't heal someone who's down, can I?
Nope. You can try it. But you don't know how bad it is. You just know it's obviously not looking good.
I'm gonna try and cast healing word.
Okay. You feel that magic leave your hand and it radiates on the body, but it almost seems like the power comes back to you. But you don't use a spell slot.
Shit! Balls!
Oh, no.
But you know that's not normal.
I did have speed dying. When did I get
Even saying that, even if you felt like a spell, healing spell come back to you, you'd know that even spare the dying wouldn't help.
Shit. Okay. Well, I've moved and I've attacked. I don't have any bonus actions that can use except. Zips.
Okay. It's going to be the crew. Let's see. Yep.
Can I make a request to the group?
Go for it.
They made mention of explosive barrels.
Yep. So all 6 hit, by the way, with their cannons this time. That's 38 damage to it. So
Can I request that they could give me some to throw overboard and hopefully attract the shark to shoot barrels?
yep. So they would yell out like, "Take whatever you need him. Take some of the guys." Like, and a couple of the guys during their turn will start rolling up some explosive barrels for you. And I'd say like, if you wanted to just push it off into the water, so then you can shoot it as like the shark's going by, they'd start pushing it into the water.
That won't be interesting.
They're doing it like, yeah, like you can pretty much tell them to do stuff, and because it's their turn, they'll do whatever you have sort of asked. They're not used to versing things of this sort of severity.
Alright, in that case, I'll, depending on how many barrels are up here, I'm going to sort of just have it on the lead, so whoever's...
They're surprisingly managed to get 8 barrels up and over.
Okay, so as the shark's sort of coming into the path, as it's recircling, hopefully it's going to cause a chain reaction and fuck the shit.
I'd say they're putting them far enough away with
That
them.
idea already hit.
No, it's right. I don't want to kill people.
I'm going to take a shot at the barrel as the shark comes around.
Yep, so as I said to Zyrus, I will say that it's just circling the ship, so go for it, make your attack.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's doing it now. Alright.
Yeah. I'm not going to make her just hold on to an action just to wait for it to move around. The sharks are just constantly moving, so it's too hard to keep track of that.
Oh, baby, let's do this.
Yep, so you smack one barrel straight in the middle, so we'll say, let's see what explosive barrel damage. Barrel damage, 5 feet. That's 3d6 damage. Add it on.
Alright. 3d6. One. Okay, that's not too bad.
That's an extra 8 damage. So even just roll your gun damage as well. I'll just say it's on top.
Okay, so that's 9, 11, 12, 17.
17 damage. So it's looking pretty hurt, but it's going like you see its blood's trailing out. But yeah, also as you're looking at the water binder, you're seeing like all these blue spores, which you've only seen on one of those frozen vials, the frigid blow vials.
Oh shit.
There's heaps of them
Okay.
floating through the water now.
At the end of my turn, I'll just yell out, avoid the water, do not fall into the water.
Alright, let's boogies go. It's going to see if it perceives. Yep, so it sees the two like crew members on the other side of the ship as it's sort of circling around past you, Finger. It's going to attack them. Yep, it pretty much just one chomp. One of those bandits is pretty much same thing. It's just been pretty much taken out. So they're not like they don't have much health. So one of them's down. Bishra, back to you.
Is Zaris in the water still?
Yep.
Okay. Taking the rope quickly. I'm going to throw it towards Zaris. Reaction. Grab the rope! Yeah, I'm just going to try and loop it around her. Or at least throw it to her. Him.
Yep, yeah, so you throw it down, it's pretty much next to him, down the ship, and that's where Zaris was last hiding.
Yeah.
Yep, anything else for your turn? Or you're holding your action to help pull her out?
Hold action to pull her up. If it comes towards him, then I'll yank it up.
Yep. Alright. So that was that. Alright, Zaris.
Just berating the
That's right, this is turn 3, you're in the water, isn't it?
Yes.
Make a con save for me, please. Yeah, so you using like your gills sort of to breathe underwater, or whatever you use to breathe underwater, and you sort of like cough a little bit as if like some particles have gotten in somewhere. But continue your turn.
Yeah, as this creature comes around, I'm mad. I'm gonna stab the shit out of it.
And you stab the shit out of it. Yep, so 10 damage. So it's looking really wounded. That's what I'll say. As it's going past, you get it right on the gills as it's sort of going past. Like you've done some significant damage to it.
I'm gonna punch it on the nose.
Yeah, pretty much. So it'll pretty much go past you this turn as well. So
But them's bravery rules,
Alright.
bitch.
Zenzi, you're up. Shark is about there. It's looking heavily wounded.
That's okay. I am going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Yep. Attack roll.
Oh shit, I didn't do it on him.
That's right, 24 hits. I hope.
That was just stage 1.
Yeah. That was another attack. Roll damage.
How do I do that? Oh, that one.
Yep. That looks more like
Wait.
damage.
Oh,
10 more damage.
that's a lot of damage.
Yep,
It's
so it's
42.
yep, so it's looking pretty damn hurt. So is that it for your turn? And the next attack on it will have advantage. So the crew's going to see if they can shoot it again with their barrels. All 6 hit again. So now they're doing it too. 48 damage.
Holy
So with that, like it's almost like one by one as he's going past, even some of them hitting the explosive barrels as boogie boogies like nearby, and it's just like a parade of explosions as it sort of gets hit, and eventually as it's sort of floating back around towards you again, Zaris, it's just sort of just starts floating through the water. It's no longer alive.
I'm just happy that we got to relive my Jaws fantasy.
You
It's
have
just-
a
it's just
fantasy
floating.
about Jaws?
Yeah, putting some explosive barrels in a shark and
Blowing the hell out of it. Yeah. Yeah, so the shark's just floating past you.
With the rope that's currently thrown towards Zaros, did we tie it to anything?
It would be tied to like somewhere up on the ship just to help.
Or climbing down and grabbing Zaros?
I'm gonna go try to help Sardo if I can. That's the
Yep. So you run over, check Zato. Just make me a not Finder for Ishtar. Make say either Dex or Strength, just to make sure if you're still able to hold onto the rope and whatever else. Yeah, you're fine. I saw both rolls. I'm like, yeah, you're all good. So you hold on easily enough and grab Zaros and sort of pull it back onto the rope at least. I'd say it wouldn't take much effort for you both to finish climbing up.
Two panting away. So, didn't you hear, Vinda? Stay out of the water.
And
I'm
Zaros,
fighting a fucking shark.
as you climb up onto the ship and you look, you see the lifeless body of your brother laying there. But Ed, would you like to have any last words your character may have said?
Oh, he's gonna do that. He's gonna borrow me this shit.
We would never copyright. What are you talking about?
Because
D&D copywriting something? It's crazy.
they're both excessively bad rolls at the start.
I was trying to like use the candle as like a light source, but like it just.
my brother, my king.
The seas have no king. Hold on. Let me. Patch.
He would have been dead before I got on there.
Yep.
Oh, so this is before everyone's at like.
No, I'll say it's like while everyone's there. Like they're sort of being, I don't know, they just feel in the wind, like, so with Zenzi, praying to the Wild Mother and so on and so forth. Like, yeah, they feel this sort of breeze whoosh over them as your final words sort of get carried to them. Use on, like, Switch as well, Twitch as well. Yeah, no you're not, you're going.
Fuck you, Ryan.
For those that can't see, Isabel has a candle. Like,
Oh yeah. I forget that. Yeah, because I look at Discord. I don't look at the Twitch. I've got the Twitches going though. So I think I should have one view for both.
Yeah, should. It's good.
Kind of like, kind of will sort of look at. I'm assuming everyone's there. I would assume, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at Vinda. Don't waste the extra days. I'll look at Zenzi. Take care of my brother. Sorry, we didn't talk. I love the pink. As like I'll pull like a page out of my orb, because it's like my orb is clear. I use like a tablet, and I'll just magically pull out a page and give it to you, and it's just like basic information about loxodons and stuff that I've learnt. And hand that to you. I'll look at Ishida. My newfound friend, because I heard you say that I was your friend. I heard that tonight. That's a good. And I'll just look to you and like, never stop asking questions, but stop sneaking up. As then I'll look and turn to Zara. Actually, who has a dagger I can quickly borrow?
I do.
Zara's just like instantly got one out.
Yeah, and I'll take it. And then I'm going to just sort of lift the top little bit of my fin, just like a smudge, and then sort of jam the knife in, and then sort of, like it's a pop, almost like when you unclick Lego that have been stuck together for too long. And you notice I am actually the same baldness as Zara's, but you see there's like an indent of like where this fin, my top fin has been sort of not super glued, but like some type of maintained with magic. This now passes to you, I guess. You still have trials to complete if you ever make it home and Mama does not kill you. This material plane.
Brother, no. Brother, don't.
I'm sorry. And then I'll just touch like the blood that's on the trident, the top part that's the dry blood, which is Papa's, and then I'll sort of like just grab any of the bite marks that is all over my super pretty body, and sort of mix the two, and then I'll slide it onto the dagger, and you'll see like a light sort of bit of magic will fade onto it. So now you'll have like 2 bits of dry blood of Papa's as well as mine, and then hand you the dagger, and be like. You're like going to go to the great library in the sea. Don't let anger consume. That's it.
Alright.
Jesus. That was way more intense than I thought it would be.
Like I haven't had experience at fucking all my characters dying.
That's it. Unfortunately, it happens. It was just bad rolls, basically.
It was honestly just horrible rolls. Even trying to re-roll something, and I still didn't get good, so...
Yeah.
And that's the game. Live by the dice, die by the dice.
So, yeah. That's the end of Zardo. So with that, a few of the crew members come up with some like rapping and stuff like that to help sort of wrap up Zardo if that's what you wish to do until you get to shore or land or whatever. Or however you wish to go about that, Zaros. What you think that Zardo would want for your remains, or his remains, should say.
Zaris is going to like push everybody away, and take his brother and dive into the ocean.
Yep.
And yeah, he's just gonna take all of his belongings from him, and then just kind of like take something heavy down with him to strap to him so he sinks to the bottom of the ocean. Because I know that he wouldn't want to be buried on land. He'd fucking hate me forever from the afterlife.
Backup character is a ghost, and I come to and you're the only one singing.
So after like a good half hour or something, Zaris pops his head back out of the water, and if anybody's there waiting, just kind of like tugs on the rope to keep it up.
So I will say they would have raised the sails like when the fight was all happening, sort of thing, because they found shooting. That's why they missed the first few times with the cannons. Just trying to shoot while they're moving and the sharks moving just wasn't happening. So yeah, it's just parked in place, kind of thing, waiting for you to get back. So we'll sort out whatever Zardo had and put it across to you.
Yeah, we'll do that after the session.
Yep. I will say, Vinda, though, like when Zaris took the body, you see like the cracked top of one of the frigid woe vials, which explains what was in the water and so on and so forth. You still see spores and stuff like that, but it's mostly dissipated. But I will say that the bandit who climbed up on the other side of the ship while all that was going on, like he's complaining about just feeling cold. Fatigued.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yep, so even you know yourself the symptoms don't show up soon. Like they take a few days to show. So it'll be a few days for him, and yep. I'll message you later too, Zaris.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's sort of what's happened. But later on that day, like, it's a very somber, slow trip to the port. But later that day, you guys do end up arriving in Syrinlya, the Ufadonian outpost on Icecross.
Phew! We made it, guys.
So with that, we will cut that one early there, because being in this town is a good chance for potential new characters to sort of jump on board rather than sort of out and about in the middle of Icecross. But yeah, we'll finish that one up there on another sad note. But
The one session I get to play all the way through and I don't go to work.
Oh, was it session 2 and session 4? We've had someone die.
this
So
is
who's
session
dying in session 6,
5.
guys?
This is session 5. We're getting one more episode per time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
next
session
one.
9, someone's screwed.
Yeah, yeah. So that would be roughly when you guys are in the vault too.
You've left everybody in a very precarious situation because nobody can rein in the little murder hobo now.
Maybe Zenzi.
Sounds like it's not my problem.
Yeah, it's not Sato's problem.
You dad, you don't have any problems with this now.
I got no problem.
Alrighty. So that is that. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you guys next Sunday. And even check us out. I think is it this Thursday we're starting, George?
Yeah. So we started off with a little one shot for the keys from the vault. That kind of go as well as well, whatever. But we're going to start again from level 1, and it's going to be a museum heist. So please shoot for that over at Dadboard.
No worries. So
You
we're all
don't
looking
get,
forward to
don't
that.
get your plug wrong.
Yeah, no, don't get the pod wrong. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't know their own fucking Twitch?
So yeah, with that, make sure you guys check down the bio. I'll have a link over to Tadpole Living. And yeah, hopefully we see you guys on Thursday. If not, see you on Sunday. Have a good week.
Cheers.